To test the COM SelCal, we go into the test functions, the COM menu, and select the SelCal. This is the SelCal test page. It's a very simple test. On the left-hand side are our preconditions. On the right-hand side, there's nothing this time because there's nothing to see. It's just the received value or received audio in the cockpit. Config, push the yellow config down the bottom. As usual, you can select between the cable or the antenna port. You can change the frequency between a preset, a channel, or a variable, power in dBm, and you can also choose whether you're doing this test in VHF or HF. In this case, I'm going to leave everything as it is. This is a pretty standard configuration, so I'm set to do an antenna test. I'm using a preset frequency. The power is measured in dBm, and I am going to do a VHF test. So I can exit out of this test very quickly back to the SelCal test page. So we can select our frequency by clicking the value, and this gives us our choice of preset frequencies. In this case, I'm going to do 156 MHz. Same thing for the power. Click the grey box. Up pops the power screen. In this case, I can do any value from -83 dBm to 13 dBm. I'm going to set this to 10 dBm. So I can also change the modulation value by selecting the box. Default is 30%. I'm going to leave it at 30% and enter. Now the SelCal tone. We set our SelCal tone to match what's in the aircraft. We change to the same letter configuration as the aircraft. In our case, it is BACA, and enter. The transmit mode, you can select between a single or a repeated transmission. Most people would leave it on the repeat, so this would switch the SelCal open, close. And that's the test setup, very simple. Most important, make sure your SelCal code tones are correct for the aircraft. Start the test. You would now listen to the aircraft for the SelCal opening and receiving a signal from the ARTS. Very simple test. This is a continuous repetitive transmission to the aircraft from the ARTS to open the aircraft SelCal. To stop the test, very simple, hit the red stop the test button, push the exit back to our COM menu, and back again on the functions menu to our main functions menu.